Who doesn't want to fire humongous artillery platform that consists of 3 oversized hellbore cannons that can decimate any target caught in their cone of fire in a matter of seconds? I like everything about this. Bentornati! Welcome back to Starsector, the Tartiflette's experience. Diable Avionics with your captain, Orcus Crane. So what happened? It happened that we've successfully completed, what was that, like 3 or 4 missions? Like we did an exploration mission, really easy, really quick, for 50k. Then we completed at least a couple of bounties, because I remember we went all the way, let me see if I remember like the place. Yeah, it was around here in the Epsilon Brea. What? No, in the Brea Nebula. Epsilon Brea is this system. In the Brea Nebula there were 2 different bounties, one on top of the other, and we managed to vanquish them all, which is great. Now though, what's happening now? This guy is in Duzak, but it's quite the challenge at the moment. Plus we don't know what other ships are in there. There could even be a... No, there cannot be a Nessie, because this is not Mod Madness. this is just Tartiflette's mods. This is a Poison Ivy D standard cruiser, heavily modified tumbleweed class cruiser, initially part of a group of 3, perfectly identical ship, meant to be so distant they would throw the anti-piracy operations against the off-balance as they were operating, etc, etc. But it looks scary, like it's shaped like an arrow, so it looks scary to me. And there's a bully. Now though, we have money, right? So, if we were to quickly dock in here and take a look at what that money can buy, we might discover that we can actually take that. For example, if we were to buy... do I want to go all the way to something like a Daze? Like Daze look intimidating, right? They have 2 micro-missile clusters, so constant stream of micro-missiles. The description says, a lumbering cruiser that traded its offensive capabilities for an enhanced dissipation grid and a thicker armor belt. While the amount of weapon emplacement would seem underwhelming, they can be fitted with the best hardware available and used relentlessly with the help of the Flux Redirection ship system. Flux Redirection assigns all available flux dissipation capacity to the weapon systems, allowing for a brief surge in damage output and fire rate. So it's kind of like the ammo feeder, in a sense. Because it would seem like it would impact only the flux, I don't know, dissipation. But at the same time it says, allowing for a brief surge in damage output and fire rate. Or is that just flavor text saying, I'm giving you more flux dissipation so you can fire all your weapons if you want? I guess we will have to test that if we buy a Daze. Top speed 50, so yeah, this is a lumbering cruiser. Or we could gain a whopping 10 top speed and go for a Haze. I remember flying a Haze in a test run, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But the Haze are good. The Hail is also very nice. So we could get more destroyers. For example, we could get a couple of Hails. Or maybe we could go Hail and Rime, being that the Rime has one fighter bay. Although, so fighter bays, right? The thing about fighter bays, what we learned during the Mod Madness mini run is that if you only have like one Wanzer, as beefy as it is, it's gonna be like a small frigate that you are sending right on top of another target, and that's usually suicidal. So I would wait this time. I would wait before buying carriers. At the same time though, do I want this 600 cargo capacity? It's pretty good. 600 cargo capacity, it's good. It's comparable to what? For example, the mule has 250, so it's more than double. It's like buying 2 mules, and the cost is also kind of there. Then there's the Gust. We played the Gust as our main ship in Mod Madness, and I think, again, what was making us suffer a little bit is the single fighter bay. Do we even have access to the small ones? The small... No, it's not in here, but there's I don't remember the name right now. There's a kind of carrier from Diable Avionics, and I couldn't even look for that in here. Let's create a query, add a new query for a ship, for a carrier. Search for ships. No, not frigates. Come on. It's a destroyer size. There it is. The Fractus. A Fractus is really small. Only 11 recovery cost, which also means fielding cost for 2 fighter bays. So it's even better than the Drover, basically. So if anything, if we wanted to go for a carrier intensive tactic, I would try and go for these. And we could go and probably buy both of these, but I'm not sure I want to do this right now. Another thing that would be immensely fun to have: ships, a frigate. Yes, search for frigates. Is this one? Yes, the Versant. Versant Custom Hybrid Wanzer. I know that there is one in here on the black market. There is 2 in here on the open market. Oh, I want those. Versants are really good. And they're also extremely fun to pilot. So, back to the shopping list. I need to decide. If I buy a cruiser, that's gonna be all my money. But I could buy a second destroyer, like a Hail, and 2 Versants. And that would still be a huge upgrade of the fleet in general, while retaining a lot of agility, right? I could even buy this draft. You cannot have too many drafts, honestly. Drafts are amazing. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna go for a Hail, and I'm gonna buy it in here. No reason not to do that. So, Hail, got it. Let's adjust crew. And you know, we are gonna buy more ships, so let's buy a lot of crew right now. Cost of this is pretty good, so let's also buy fuel. We are gonna need fuel anyway. We don't want to spend all the money on ships and then remain stuck. Okay, so this is our Hail, and I'm going in there for now. Oh, right, before I forgot. We should also open the COM directory and look for officers. Unfortunately, there is no officer available in here, but most probably we're gonna find some either in 99 ES and Outer Terminus. But back to the refitting screen. Please repair first. I hate to see, you know, the missing combat readiness there. Okay, now this thing. We have space for 6 missile pods. At the same time, there is no turret spot conveniently positioned for point defense, unfortunately. So 3 in here. So it's not even so it's kind of difficult to have a balance situation in here, like of anti shield and anti-armor, but we could go like 1 anti-shield and 2 balanced, for example, and we still make it amazing. But I think at least 2 of these will need to be occupied by magic box point defense missiles. So let's try and do that for a second. Do we have magic boxes in here? Not really. We have micro missiles launchers and banished torpedoes. And banished torpedoes, MRM racks. What else do we have? Atropos single, harpoon single. Yeah, not a lot of choice. Not a lot of choice for now. What I would do is I would probably buy micro missiles for now, because those are just good to have for just 3 ordnance points. Okay, let's take a couple of Thunderbolt MRMs in there for now. Then okay, so the art could be our main anti-armor. At the same time though, we could have state support beams for you know, added to add damage across the board. Or we could have Hexafire scatter cannons, range 700. This is basically like a shotgun, right? A single barrel of rapid loading energized fusion bolt projector. The weapon fires small darts of vaporized heavy elements in a grid pattern, a generation method that benefits the higher flux levels, the high velocity, higher temperature, high density projectiles also have a decent effect on armor. And this is pretty alpha strikey, plus it does more damage when your flux is higher. Fluxed charge ordnance projectiles deal up to 50% extra damage the higher the firing ship's flux level is, which is great. So we could have a couple of these. Let me do that again. So we could have a couple of these, right? That we fire manually. And then something else. Glauc's Lance Repeater. A heavy oscillating meson emitter array with a high damage potential, but somewhat held back by its limited number of capacitors. It's an energy beam. Do we want to go all Alpha Strike? This could be super dangerous. So, no, actually, you have to do this. Micro missiles in here. Thunderbolts on 2, and all of this on 1. And I want to run a simulation of this. Alright, so let's first of all add some vents, some capacitors in there, and maybe add a little bit to our flux distributor. And what else? Of course the commissioned crew, even though that's not a big deal. Maybe the expanded magazines? Oh, we cannot have expanded magazine because this is a cramped hull ship. Oh, ship. Resistant flux conduits for now. And then... let's see. Let's try something like this. Hey there, buddy. Let me try and put this on autofire while I navigate around. Okay, relatively fast venting. Ouch, I didn't stop that in time. My bad. Yeah, you need to be able to use the flicker core properly if you want to use a ship like this. And the added difficulty is that it's never gonna be faster than this. Yep, this is pretty dangerous. Pretty dangerous. Okay, this is a dangerous life. Maybe we don't want to live a life so dangerous. So what else could we do? Grave HMC to bring down the shields. I should have thought about this earlier, or also because, I mean, it's a slightly shorter range, but it's very flux efficient. And then maybe Glow Tusk linear rifle in the middle. Wait, don't we have another? Oh, we don't have another one of those. But we have 2 Glow Tusks. So we could do this instead. I would prefer the opposite, honestly. Where's that thing again? Oh, Grave? Yeah. And then Glow Tusks. Something like that. So Grave in here. This in here. Like that. Let's run a simulation again. Against this guy, sure. So Grave goes on his own, this goes on his own. Yeah, this is a much more predictable thing. Let's put it like that. Oh yeah. Oh, I love this. And then you go away, do this. I like it. Haha. you're dead. Nice. I love this. And I think this balance is even good actually. Like only one anti-shield weapon. I think it's actually okay. Alright. It's not complete though. We need to go and get our Versants. Yes. Let's go buy a couple Versants. Mercenaries, huh? Show me the system map. All right. Okay, let me finish this first of all. I could have Thunderbolts in here. I could swap these for something more impacting. So first of all, give me Magic Box. You don't have the Magic Box. No, you have. So I don't have any other form of point defense, so I think I need 4 Magic Boxes in here. Then I could maybe forfeit a little bit of capacitors for... What can you give me? Even just harpoons wouldn't be bad, you know? Harpoons are pretty fast. They do a lot. They do, well, maybe not a lot, but do a substantial amount of damage, like 750. And having 2 of them... Yeah. I think this is what I'm gonna go with. I'm not sure about the reduced capacity in here. And maybe I could take out the resistant flux conduits, even though this makes for 25% faster dissipation. I'm gonna think about it. Okay, so Magic Box are point defense. Then the Grave is gonna stay in here on auto fire. Then the Glow Tusk are gonna be in here, and the Harpoon in here on manual. Glow Tusk, you know what? Alternating would not be bad, I think. Confirm. Very quick simulation. First of all, we break the shield and then we start with the alternating Glow Tusks. Yo! You're playing difficult. Yup, I'm pretty happy about this. Then, let's buy... Oh, the Versants. Although, will I have enough money to fit both of them? That's a good question. So, one at a time, I think, is what I need to do. So, one, these cost a pretty penny, as they say, but they're amazing. They have 45 ordnance points. We can fit some very nice point defense in here. Like... What do we have? Ibises? I wouldn't be opposed to Burchels, but I think Ibises can do. And then... So they have this harvest cannons, currently in burst mode. I kind of like burst. We could also test the semi-auto, which I think is longer range, 850, and more damaging, 300. Auto is 750 range, less damage per shot, I think. And burst, well, actually burst is a trade-off. Okay. And semi-auto is the long range. I did burst as a test and it felt really good, so I think I'm gonna stick with it. Our maximum built-in dissipation is 450. We can maybe go as far as 480, but we could also have expanded magazines for probably longer bursts. Now, what can we fit in here? Okay, these do 100% versus everything. I could do with something like a Rexon V. It's gonna destroy the flux usage a little bit. Glowtusk would make for a pretty good finisher. Ooh, this thing can mount a Typhoon Reaper launcher in the front. Oh wow. Oh, wait a second, hull mod conflict. Oh yeah. There's no way to increase the burst length. Let's put it like that. Cramped hull, yeah. Cramped hull. So even something like auxiliary... Oh, auxiliary thrusters do work. So it's expanded missile racks, expanded magazines, and converted hangars that don't work. You don't need this though. Like, this thing is precisely fine-tuned machine of war that does not like getting tinkered with. As such, using hull mods that increase mechanical stress, such as safety overrides and stable injector auxiliary thrusters and lightweight plating, will reduce its peak performance time. So we could, for example, test like how much of an impact that is. Minus 15%, so pretty hefty. Plus, we don't really need it. Like, this thing steers like a champion. What about this? Yeah, expanded missile racks we cannot have. So no way to have 10 Reapers in front. But we don't really need them. Ooh, what about an assault chain gun? This might be a little bit crazy. Give me maximum flux, because I need it. And I think... I can do even this. Let's try and run a simulation. This could be biting a little bit too much. Okay, cool thing. You see this? You press F and go to super speed. Press F again and it becomes a frigate. Start firing the harvests. Okay, they're not great at breaching shields. Ouch. That shouldn't have happened. Whoop, I regained control. Let's try and get in close proximity. This is a little bit too flux hungry. I mean, it's gonna work wonders while you breach. It's actually pretty beautiful when you manage to breach. Ouch! My mistake was right-clicking and thus engaging the shield. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, this is definitely too much. Definitely too much. So what we want in front instead is something that can bring down shields. So maybe something like this. And we want to control that manually, most probably. So the harvest can fire on its own when needed, and this I want to control manually. $55 or 55. No. What else can I have? Nothing really. Well, the resistant flux conduit are gonna be useful. Let's try this. Alright, this took a very long time, so it's a little bit of a standoff, but remember, this is a frigate. So I think this is pretty good. We still have another 64. So my question is, what do I want to do with that 64? I probably want to keep a little bit of that money as a buffer. So I think I could use... Yeah, because I would be left with only 10 if I bought the second Versant. So you know what? I could just get a couple more drafts. I think that would be smart anyway. Now, first of all, let's see. I'm good for crew. 300 of 290. I probably want, I don't know, like 10 more, something like that. I could. Oh no, never mind. I don't have my storage in here. Of course. Repair everything. Now, how are those guys fitted? You are micro missiles, magic boxes, Rexons, and the art at the top. And I think this is fantastic. So I want to replicate this. Is this an auto fit? I think so, or at least starting with support. Yeah, start with support. Wait, we don't have the art. We don't have the assault cannons. What else can we have? Nocturnes? No, that thing is just so good. We need to get one of those. How does Never mind. Yeah. How does this compare? So it's 330 flux a second sustained. How does this compare with the Glow Tusk? 200, but it's less damage. So we could work with the Glow Tusk, but I kind of want exactly that because it works really well. So 2 magic boxes, 2 micro missiles, and you stay like that. Auto fit. Go for this. Oh, I don't have a magic box for this, apparently. Yeah, I need to get more magic boxes from somewhere. But you can get the micro missiles that you so desire and deserve. Yes. A state support general beam could be interesting in there, but what I'm gonna do instead is get in here. I think I can remove all of this. Remove the queries. Yeah, delete. And add a new query. Search for cargo. Search for weapons of size medium. There it is. Art the Twin Cannon. I think that's how it's pronounced, by the way. It looks French, right? So EUX in French is just I think. That's what I remember. Finish. So yes, we could get some at Outer Terminus. So that's where we're going. Do you also have magic boxes? Missile, small, search. Oh, this is micro. This is magic box. And this is micro. Yes, you have everything. Yeah. Outer Terminus. Here we come. Let's go dock at City. Analyze a supply cache where? I just seen an exploration mission. It's this way. Independent concerns at Staging Point Eclipse have posted a reward for running a custom sensor package on a supply cache. Supply cache is located in the heart of the Auser star system. 90,000 reward for analyzing a supply cache, and we can keep the supplies. Yeah, I want to do that. And plus, it's kind of our way. Wait a second, there's more missions. Oh, really? Diable Avionics, you want me to get the exact opposite ways? Guys, I don't know if I can do that. Honestly. What about bounties, though? This guy's still in there. There's a new guy in here that we could totally take. Oh, it would be so cool to go do this and then this. But let's dock first. Let's finish upgrading our fleet first of all. So this is our storage. Yes, and thank you. Then art the please. Then you get just this, and you be happy with that. Then you need what? A magic box in here. fantastic. And then this, and then 5 vents. And for some reason, it just works. Or assign, and this looks very good. What about this guy? Did I refit this guy? I think I did. So if I need it, this guy is a long-range shooty ship. Long-range shooty ships. That's what you want. Com directory. Is there an officer? Lawrence Daniel, an independent. What can you do, Lawrence Daniel? You are reckless, which I generally don't like, but I can tutor you and make you less reckless. I could hire you. You're level 1 and you can grow with the fleet. Welcome on board. Welcome aboard. And I can mentor you, right? And I can switch you to being just aggressive. Requires a story point and grants 100% bonus experience. Yes, let's do that. Let's definitely do that. And you have impact mitigation, which kind of counters your aggressiveness, I think. So I think that works in our favor. And yeah, assign the guy. Cool. So the ships are okay. Now, what's my autonomy in terms of fuel and stuff? Can I actually get there? You know, to the mission that I accepted. Not really. Not really. Can I do something in order to be able to get there? I already have auxiliary fuel tanks in this. Do you store fuel by any chance? You have fuel capacity 90. Can I give you... But you're kind of shooty at the moment. I mean, I can convert you to being not shooty, so... Like this. I could even remove some of the weapons. Okay, you are militarized right out of the gate, so I can just give you auxiliary fuel tanks. It's not a lot, but if we were to refuel totally, that would give us kind of enough. Oh my god, this would be extremely close. But we would be going for a supply cache. I guess if it's a supply cache, what I need to pay more attention to is cargo capacity. But then again, like, is the supply cache gonna have any fuel in it? What if it doesn't? Then we are stuck in there. So I think at this point I need some other form of fuel, something or other. What if I did this? They add 30. This kind of invalidates this ship as a combat ship in a sense. I could take this away. For now, just for now. Put something smaller in its place. Like an arbalest autocannon, for example. So I can put more of that. So I can replace the vents. Let me see. Yeah, that's not really a lot, is it? but gives me a little bit more wiggle room. Okay, so this is a little bit desperate, I know. Strapping fuel tanks to our new drafts. But when you need that little bit of extra range. Okay, it's for 90k, right? Pretty hefty reward. Let's get some more. Supplies, so that at least we know that we have a good autonomy in how much time we can spend outside of the system. Okay, this can help in scavenging, and I think at this point we just go. We just go because we have no money left. So we are as ready as we will ever be. Let's go. We need to travel in a straight line, no matter how much time it takes. I might speed this up, especially if I need to slow down a lot. I'll try not to. Like if it's just, you know, if I need to steer just by a few degrees, I'll do that. Like in this case, I can just do this, and this is not a huge deviation from our original course, but when I arrive here, for example, I need to just slow down, and I need to try and go in a straight line. Otherwise, I'm not gonna have enough fuel to complete the journey. So yeah, this is gonna take a little bit longer than it could have been. Maybe in here I can juke the clouds a little bit, and then resume course, and then okay, and then slow down and proceed in a straight line. Oh yeah, perfect. I mean, there's a good chance we can get back to Outer Terminus. A pretty good chance. Order a jump to the Auser. Okay, first of all, there's debris fields. I see many contacts on the radar. Oh, I gained 33 crew. And then salvage, okay. There's some fuel. And this gives us, you know, extra insurance that we're gonna get back. Oh, fantastic. Look at that. Outer Terminus is ever closer. So this thing that I'm looking for is at the core of the system, right? Ooh, what is that? A comm relay. It was a pretty normal thing. But there's a lot of debris field. Like, who is causing the appearance of all these debris fields? Something getting actively destroyed? High risk? I'm not gonna take a high risk. Okay, where's this cache? I think I'm gonna risk using the radar. I think there's something straight north. Is it you? This is an orbital habitat. I'm gonna come back to it. The thing is, my cargo holds are limited. It might be this thing. Yes, it was. Run the sensor package. 90k earned. And then we can explore. Begin salvage. Nice. Okay, we still have a little bit of space. And by the way, we have a load of metals that we might even offload somewhere else. So let's shoot a few pings again. It's full of stuff, this place. There was something also around here, I think. Oh, another minor supply cache. You know what? A little bit of the same. Doesn't hurt. Coming home with more supplies than what you left with, it's always a good thing. Now, though, do I explore the orbital habitat? Like, I could do it just for the tech, but chances are that there's gonna be a lot of stuff in here that I will have to leave in here. But you know what? Let's try. Explore. Begin salvage. Okay, in the end it's good because this thing is not gonna occupy all my cargo holds, right? Let's see. I want all of this, and then a little bit of this. Oh, I can drop the metals, of course, because this is 50, this is 30. Yes. Okay, it was good. Confirm, and then I think we can double tap. Access. Begin. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to drop more of this in the end. This is pretty good, actually. Pretty good. Let's look at this system. This system has a nav buoy, a comm relay. Doesn't have a sensor array, but it's got a barren world, another barren world, volcanic, so it's not extremely habitable. And there's other stuff that I'm not exploring at the moment because I wouldn't know where to put the cargo, honestly. And I'll find an excuse to come back to Osier. Alright, back to Outer Terminus. We can allow ourselves a little deviation now. What is this? Your fleet approaches a derelict ship. A derelict Siegfried-class Dreadnought drifting through space. It is battered, though determining whether it's recoverable or not will require closer examination. Explore. Oh my. It has structural damage, faulty automated systems, and increased maintenance. Now, one of the problems could be that we might not be able to fly this thing back to base, but it's a freaking Dreadnought. Consider the ship recovery. It's not even a difficult recovery. Of course we have nowhere near the stuff we would need to run this. I gotta try. I gotta recover and immediately mothball. Immediately mothball. This thing is gonna eat all my stuff. So mothball. Now though. Oh damn, look at my range now. Oh, whoa. It's a Dreadnought though. It's a Dreadnought. So something like this, acquiring something like this would probably require, I don't know, like at least 1 million. If this is even available. Now, it's a low-tech ship, mind you. It says, while the Onslaught-class battleships were designed to be the fist of the domain might, the Siegfried-class dreadnoughts were meant to be its gatekeepers. Quite literally, in fact, since those gargantuan ships were only deployed to guard strategic hyperspace gates. With all their firepower concentrated in a small frontal cone, They were meant to cork any invasion attempt by raining shells on anything that emerged from the gates. And to avoid any interruption in their strike, they were equipped with a disposable flux sinks system. By recycling some of their flux sinks, they were able to instantly relieve their core wounds from some of the pressure. A later improvement added a guidance system to the ejection system, using those radiating sinks as a makeshift ordnance. Launches disposable rocket-mounted flux sinks toward the enemy, transferring some flux on impact. While on impact, you should dispose the flux on shooting. Wouldn't make any sense otherwise. Okay, my question now: what do I scrap in order to be able to get home? Right now I have... Okay, let's try and do the math. I have 570 units of fuel. This is close to 600. And I'm... So let's try and count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I can get only to 5. So 5 on 7, how much is that? It's 70%. It would mean that currently to get in there I would need slightly less than half of what I have right now, which would be slightly less than 300. Let's say 250. If I can get 250, I'm alright. How do I get 250 though? If I start scrapping things around... 28 fuel. 23. 23. I mean, there's the added effect that they don't have a cost anymore, but the cost is not that high in the first place. Ooh. I mean, I would have to probably do something like this, first of all. And also because then I would recoup on that 1.8 fuel per light year. This is nasty. This is nasty, isn't it? Wait a second, I can spend a point. How do I spend this point? Oh, I would need another one. Damn it. I would need another one. Reduces fuel consumption by 50%. I would need 3 points. I could freaking reassign my skills actually. I can do that. I have the story points. Reassigning your skills uses a story point and will not grant bonus experience. Story points invested into making skills elite will be lost if the skill is reassigned. Some skills are permanent and cannot be reassigned. All mods granted by reassigned skills will remain, but active abilities will be removed. Is this permanent? How do I know if a skill is permanent? Oh, this is permanent, for example. Special modifications. It says at the top. This is not. So I can reassign my skills. I'm gonna try this for 1 story point. No. So I want. What do I want? I choose between more fuel capacity and personnel capacity, or plus 50% resources recovered, plus 20% post-battle salvage, and minus 75% crew lost in non-combat operations. I think I would go with this, because I'm not gonna use a lot of civilian-grade ships anyway. At the same time though, plus 50% cargo capacity and fuel capacity means you need less tankers and cargo stuff to explore, right? I mean, the plus 20% post-battle salvage though is pretty good, so I think I'm gonna go with this. Then I can choose between this is what? Minus 50% crew loss due to hull damage in combat, 50% in combat repairs, an automated repair unit, or plus 60 seconds peak operating time, minus 25% combat readiness degradation rate after peak performance time runs out, and plus 15% maximum combat readiness. And the elite is minus 30% overload duration, so I think I'm gonna go with this. And then containment procedures. Reduces fuel consumption by 50%. This is some emergency scrambling for knowledge for Captain Orcus Crane, and now we will see what the results are. The results are fantastic, because with this weird trick, we'll be able to get this ISS Batia home without scrapping anything. Ooh, we are consuming 24 supplies a day because this thing could get better. So let's halt the repairs in there. Alright. Let's do this. Let's go home. Let's bring the Dreadnought home. Oh, we are super slow now. Super extra slow. So slow that most of the hyperspace storms pass, you know, end before we can get there. That's how slow we're moving. But we will get there. We basically have all our other ships strapped with space duct tape to the hull of this Dreadnought as we try to tow it home. Okay, what we must do right now is avoid getting hit by lightning. Oh my god, this is amazing. Fantastic. Okay, I have 227k available to repair this thing. Let's try to... Oh my god. How much crew would I need? Hey, military. Oh my god, 4,000? 4,000. This thing is requiring 2,200 people extra because of faulty automated systems. Can I even buy... No. Well, maybe, yes. I would have to buy all of them. Alright. Mothball this thing. And store it. I mean, this is gonna be our ship at some point. Let's just take a look at this. We are gonna fly this at some point. Because who doesn't want to fire cane artillery? Humongous artillery platform designed for the Siegfried class Dreadnought. Consists of 3 oversized hellbore cannons. 3 oversized hellbore cannons with extended range that can decimate any target caught in their cone of fire in a matter of seconds. I like everything about this. And then then you can just stick like 1, 2, 3, 4 times 2, 8 hypervelocity drivers on this? Yes, please. Oh, there's even another large ballistics on here. And we could even stick a monstro cannon array in there, just for the lols. Alright. Let's stop drooling for a second. And stash that. That goes in storage. That's a big prize. It goes in storage. And yeah, repair the remaining ships. As a result of this, now we are on the yellow path. But our fleet is a lot more efficient. Right? Look at this. Look at the range. I can probably remove this now and get this back, right? Yep. Auto sign. And when I go to buy more fuel, my range is now enormous. And this is fantastic, let me tell you. This is amazing. Alright, I think this is gonna be it for this episode. Unfortunately, we did not have a lot of combat. We just did some refitting, buying stuff, and simulations. But I think this exploration mission was very, very profitable nonetheless. And we still have a bunch of money that in the next one we can use to upgrade again. Maybe buy ourselves, I don't know, a rhyme or something like that. Or start buying maybe a couple of Fractus even. Or a Daze. I would not have a lot of money to spend on armaments if I buy a Daze, but we have options. Yes, we have all these options. Just imagine a couple of Fractus, you know, and being able to bring 4 wings of Wanzers into our next battle. That would be amazing. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next episode. Alla prossima!